Hi, everyone. Welcome. This is Terri Pace. I'm your host today. I'm a holistic health coach, and over the past 10 years, I have had some pretty amazing stories using essential oils for all sorts of different health initiatives. And so I'm here to share today some of the daily tips and essential oils that you can use, right? Some of my favorite essential oils to help promote cellular health. And for people who are not yet familiar with essential oils, to just remind people that an essential oil is distilled from plants, right? The leaves, the flowers, berries, the stem, right? They are a volatile aromatic compound. Volatile being easily moving from a liquid to a gas state, right? So it's going to easily go into the air as we breathe it in, and easily move into and through our body as it converts into that gas. It is created by a plant to help with its defensive mechanisms, its healing, and its communication, right? Attracting pollinators or repelling pests. So those are three really good reasons for us to use essential oils, right? They help us with protection, they help us with healing, and they also help us to improve our intercellular communications, right? They're a messenger molecule, right? They have intelligent information to share with our cells about the health of our body. It's really super simple to use them, right? Aromatic, topical, or internal, right? But not all essential oils are created equal, and so make sure that you are using the highest quality essential oil, certified pure, therapeutic grade. Especially when we're talking about the topic today, which is to support cellular health, cellular function, and cellular renewal, right? And so you'll often hear me say, health is simple, right? But for so many people, it can be elusive. Right, so we're going to begin right now with a deeper understanding of exactly how we attain and sustain health in our body. Right, so exactly what is health? It's been defined by the World Health Organization as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. It's not merely the absence of some kind of disease or infirmity, right? And then Dr. Hill, one of the founders of doTERRA and a leading essential oil expert, our health is dynamic. Right? We move towards it or away from it every single day, one cell at a time. Right? It's the choices we make that contribute to the health of our cells or lack thereof. Right? Moving towards it or away from it. But at the bottom line, our health is about cellular vitality, right? So let's go back to the basics, right? Cells, right? You take care of your cells, which make up your tissues, which make up the organs and the systems of the body, right? And so our path to wellness begins with each individual cell being properly nourished with everything it needs. So I like to suggest that we're a cell factory, right? We sustain our lives by replacing the cells of our body on a routine basis. One day we might call the cell factory and, right, we're making an eye cell or a bone cell or a heart cell or a brain cell, right? Our body will, if you will, place an order and call for that new cell to be made. But what if we don't have the right vitamins, minerals, enzymes, or proteins needed to make that cell according to that very specific recipe? Right? So your body will continue to make that eye cell even if you don't have vitamin A. Your body will continue to make the cells that help your bones without the vitamin D. Maybe it'll make the heart or brain cell without the essential fatty acids that need to help them function optimally. Right? So the foundation of health starts with delivering nutrition, right? All the things that a cell needs to be healthy. So what do we know about cells? Right? So we have to really kind of deep dive into that. So we have three primary functions, right? We know that they make copies of themselves. It's called biogenesis. We know that they perform specialized function. And we also know that they self-destruct when they're not performing those first two functions correctly. It's called apoptosis. And so what contributes to cellular compromise, right? So as we age, right, we can be, we can contribute to that compromise, right? Poor nutrition, being overweight, right? The stress on our body, and exposure to harmful influences, right? Things in our food, things in our environment, maybe toxic people around you. It doesn't always have to be just a toxic chemical, right? So what happens when that compromise gets to start affecting our cells, right? And so cells fail to regenerate, right? When the DNA and the other structures are compromised, right? They can fail to function as programmed. They can fail to initiate that normal, healthy process of turnover and renewal, right? That's what they're designed to do, right? They create themselves. They have a cellular life, and they have their kind of death at a certain point. Right? And so we could talk a lot about that cellular renewal, the apoptosis process, right? They have a limited lifespan for performing a unique and specialized function, right? And so apoptosis is the normal process in your body in which older cells are eliminated, right? And new cells are created in your factory to replace the old cells. So how much does this happen? Well, humans replace the equivalent of their body weight in new cells every single year, right? And so if you have cellular apoptosis and regeneration, right, life and death is compromised, well, now we're not getting rid of the cells that need to go. And then you end up with suboptimal health conditions that follow, right? And so staying young and enjoying a long life of vitality begins with healthy cellular function. So what is it that we can do to create and sustain healthy cellular function and renewal? So the first thing we have to talk about is that free radicals, they're molecules with one or more unpaired electrons, right? They can damage cellular structures, including the DNA. They are found in the nucleus of the cell, right? The DNA stores these instructions for cellular function, repair, and apoptosis. And so if we're damaging the DNA with these free radical molecules, we are damaging the very structure that creates the biogenesis and the cellular death at the right time, right? And so when DNA is compromised, right, cell function can also be compromised, and unhealthy conditions accelerate. We have like an early onset of some degenerative conditions that are associated with aging. So we need to do something about that, right? How do we neutralize free radicals? Well, we need antioxidant protection, right? An antioxidant is just something that has one or more unpaired electrons to give, right? Remember, the free radical is, it has one, it's kind of creating this need to balance, right? So antioxidants have the ability to neutralize free radical damage and stop their destructive cycle of damage to the cellular DNA and the compromise it causes to your cellular function, right? So, where can we find antioxidants, right? We know we need to take them every day to neutralize those free radicals that are causing damage to our cells, which cause damage to the tissue, which cause damage to the organ, which cause damage to the system's function, right? It's all connected. So the source is primarily our diet, right? And your body can produce some of the antioxidants, but really most of it has to come from outside, right? So we need to eat foods that are rich in natural antioxidants, such as fruits and vegetables. We need to manage our stress, right? This is why, uncontrolled stress and the response in our body can create such disruption in our health, right? We also need to limit our exposure to toxins and things that are helping create these toxic free radical molecules, right? Anything that could compromise that, we need to reduce or eliminate. And so one of the easiest ways is DDR prime, right? DDR is it's available in a liquid or in a capsule, right? This is something meant for either topical or internal use. And it has these extremely powerful antioxidants, right? Wild orange, clove bud, thyme, right? One serving, like it's 8 drops in those capsules, has an ORAC score of 5.0, right? That's enormous, right? ORAC is how we measure a substance's ability to neutralize oxidation, right? And so we also have other things that actually support that cellular apoptosis and renewal, right? These are amazing substances, and they've been blended together for a reason. And so if you notice, it says Cellular Complex on the side of this bottle, right? So that's what its job is, to be a benefit to support healthy cell proliferation and lifespan, right? To improve the body's natural antioxidant defense system and support that healthy, apoptosis and renewal, right? We want to be able to identify the cells that need to go, right? These have been damaged. Your body knows that they need to go. And then we need to make that phone call to the cell factory saying, hey, I need all these raw materials. I need so many cells for blah, blah, blah. And then we need to create that cell and renew wherever it was, right? And so some of the essential oils that are in this blend, you can't even buy them. Like Summer Savory supports proper cellular response to oxidative stress, right? This is an antioxidant. It's a good way of us reducing oxidative stress. And Nioli, which is a gift, right? It's not something you can buy. You can only earn it as a gift, right? This supports healthy cellular immunity, right? Another really important thing, right? It has very high amounts of phenols, which are really good to induce the apoptosis signal. So this can be used topical or internal. You could put it in the diffuser. It's not the most aromatic smell, but some people like it. If you're applying it on your body, it does have some oils that might be, caustic to the skin. So it's one of those oils that we recommend dilution, right? And so when you're diluting, just simply use fractionated coconut oil, rub it on the bottom of your feet. Sometimes I'll rub it into kind of the lymphatic system, kind of where I really want my body to pay attention to, what's in there. We can also take it internally, right? You can add it to a citrus drink, maybe your tea. You could put it in a capsule and take it, But one of the things I love is that, doTERRA has already put it in a capsule for us, right? So if we're going to take it internally, you might like to just get the capsule form, right? It has a very special delivery system. It's called nanosomal lipid delivery, right? And so this increases bioavailability, right? This is lipid soluble. What is a lipid? It's a fat, right? And so, essential oils are fat loving, but inside many of our systems, some are, water soluble and some are fat soluble. And so this just kind of allows it to be assimilated no matter what. And it enhances absorption. And, we're going to bypass the normal lipid metabolism and get this directly into the lymph channel. This is where it needs to do the most good, right? So, taking DDR prime every single day is part of my health routine, right? It's something that supports cellular health. And I want all my cells, showing up healthy as can be every single day. Why? Because you know, the function of the cell, right? It's designed to do something. And so when it doesn't have the right tools, or maybe it's toxic, it can't show up to do the job that it was designed to do. And that's where we end up with dysfunction, right? And you know, the poor nutrition, like that functional issue, right? It just follows the lack of the nutrient, right? It didn't get what it needs, and so now it's just acting up. So again, you know, this is something that, you know, is a healthy cellular response in the life cycle as we, you know, create new cells, we sustain them during the life of their, right, with antioxidant protection, and we help it determine when it's time to go, right? And so the essential oils in DDR prime provide this antioxidant protection and a very healthy response to all the stressors a cell might come in contact with. And so, you know, I created this little chart just so that you could see, right? Like, you know, the different oils have different reasons why they've been included in this blend, right? And so the DNA is a specific cell target, right? The essential oils have the ability to interact with the proteins that are on the receptor sites of the cell, but also because they're so small in their molecular weight, they actually can squeeze through the cell membrane and get inside the cell and actually interact with the DNA of the cell. And here's where they bring their intelligent messaging right into the DNA. Right? Like, it's just the most amazing science behind this. And so when we have a cell, this is a normal body process, that apoptosis signal, right? We're chemically signaling that there's trouble in that cell, right? And so the cell is going to send out a signal that says, hey, I'm damaged and I need to be repaired, right? And if it doesn't get a response within 30 seconds, it sends another response, right? I didn't get a response, and I need to have that apoptosis, right? And so, you know, this is something your body does all the time. And imagine if it's compromised in its ability to do that, right? Who's going to make the phone call to the cell factory to get it replaced, right? And so there's a lot of really good science. Dr. Nicole Stevens in 2009, and then Dr. Patty Champagne shared with us some pretty amazing research that they're doing with DDR prime. And so, you know, if this is a goal for you, then this is a product for you. So add it to your daily routine today, right? We know that, you know, you'll never change your life, right? Your health experience is based on what things you do every single day. So what will you do differently to enjoy a new outcome, right? You are where you are because you do what you do. And so if you want a new tomorrow, you have to choose something new today, right? Nothing changes if nothing changes. And so what will you do different in your daily routine to invite a healthier cell, to have healthier outcomes in your experiences, right? You will control how much water you drink, what you think about, what you say to yourself or even others, right? What are your dreams? What's the vision? What do you expect to happen? You choose what you eat, and you decide what to change and when to change it, right? So we want to make sure that you have the right mindset that supports a healthy body to make those right choices, right? So you want to make sure you're getting really good sources of brain power, right? Avocados and walnuts, Brazil nuts, almonds, cashews. Like, there's a lot of foods that actually help us stimulate brain function. And so if you are looking for, you know, a new daily routine using essential oils, well, membership with doTERRA is just super easy, right? So you become a wholesale member. It is only one requirement: to order at least once a year, right? When you've experienced the beauty in your own home, maybe you want to continue using essential oils every single day. And that's when, you know, you look at different kits and options, right? How do I want to get started? How do I want to use these? We're all here to support you. If you're interested but not sure how to get started, we'll help you figure out the best way to get started for you, right? And then, I invite you to just consider living and loving a natural solutions lifestyle, right? As you use the products and incorporate them, and you start having your aha moments, having really great experiences and benefits, you will be like, okay, I'm in. I love this, right? And so if you want a free sample or you want some additional help in this area, simply fill out the contact form at this page. Right? Just give me a way to get a hold of you, whether it's your email or your mobile phone number, right? And I will contact you, or you can contact me. Just text me or email me, right? Connect with me on, some of the different social media sites like Facebook and Instagram. I have many health topic recordings at my Vimeo site, Simply Natural. And so, I invite you to join me at some of our next events, right? Connect with me, reach out, and let's get you started on a routine that supports the health of that individual cell. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that I see you again soon.